we're here in the Firebeatz studio.
And we're going to check out our upcoming track called Bumbaclot. We're start working with the kick in this track. And we've tried to use this sample in the build-up. And to make a kick fit, it always has to be in key of the track. So we're going to show you how we make a kick in a right key. Sometimes we sample kicks from other tracks, or we found loops, or we'll make it in a sampler. If you make it in a sampler, you can do it in the plugin itself. But if you have like a sampled kick or anything, you can put it in the Logic sampler. This is the Logic sampler. You just put an audio file, you press edit in the top right corner, and you can smash a file in like this. And as you can see, we already did it with this one, so we'll just start working with this one. You put the key, the root key, on the C3, which is
whatever you want.
One, yeah. And you can just start listening to the kick and in which key it should be. Well, in this one, I'll play it from the sampler. Sometimes it can be hard to hear the note when the kick is really low, so you just put it up an octave. And you can hear it's in the same key as the sample playing. So then you put it back in the original key, and you definitely know that the kick is in the right key for the
Really
samples.
important, especially for the low end of the kick.
Yeah, it will just sound more harmonic in your bottom end. So that's how we use kicks. And Euro will tell you something about.
Yeah, well, just have a little listen to the track first now. Now we got the cool, crazy sample. A bit Arabic feeling to it in the melody.
Maybe you can show the automation on the synth.
Yeah. We use a lot of automation on this one, especially the filter from FabFilter, Simplon. It's a pretty cool filter because you can really adjust the peak, but it still sounds fresh, not over the top. It's just some volume and some filter automation. And the sound is actually just ES2.
Yeah. Show them
a little glide on it.
The reverb.
Yeah. I'll show you guys how we made the reverb, because it's
Logic works with us today.
Yes. There it is. Yes, it's a reverb that sidechains on itself, like on the main sound, so that you get the reverb only after the sound. So when the sound is playing, the reverb will, you can put it in the sidechain in what value you want it. So it's like here, all the synths from the drop, we put them to bus 11. Then we made here, we just made a reverb in the Space Designer that we liked. It's just a long reverb. And I can hear only the reverb. Then we put some EQ on the reverb itself.
Low end is gone. Don't need it. It's in your reverb.
Same with the up high. And then we have the simple sidechain that is just on the kick, on the drum every time. And then we made our own sidechain. It's sidechaining to bus 11. So
as you can see, the
instrument
is going to bus 11. So the signal playing from the synth, the sidechain is sidechaining on that signal. So it won't interfere with the synth itself, but it will be like a perfect around the synth.
So you can hear it here. These are all the synths together. Really hear the verb moving as well, and that's because it's sidechaining also on the synth sound itself. We can when we put it off, you can hear the difference.
It's a lot more reverb.
Now it's just only reverb everywhere, and when you put on the sidechains, it just bounces with the track.
Yeah. Here again we have the sample, and we've used it as an FX. It's the same as in the beginning, but just a little bit different.
Yeah, with
pitching with
sound shifter.
With the track, going in with the side kick again. You hear it build up.
Show the sound shifter.
Yeah, this is automated. When we come in a break, use the sample with some tape delay. Like the whole feeling of the track is kind of reggae. And we have some reggae samples in there, and yeah, this is just like some reggae chanting in the background. It just gives a reggae vibe. So.
We also use the sample delay a lot in our tracks.
Yeah.
Just a plug-in from Logic. It's really nice.
That's pretty cool.
Something
actually.
in a different stereo setting.
Yeah, like without it's just. And then you just, it gives a less stereo image.
Yeah.
What it does is just it divides left and right, and it gives them a little bit of delay on the channel. So if you would take like the same sample, double it, put it left, pan it left one, and pan the other one right, and just play the other one slightly later, you will have the same effect. But this does it in a plugin, so that's pretty
1
cool.
second.
You have the melody coming in.
Cut off automation, yeah. We can show the different layers we used here in the breakdown. For the melody we used a lot of different sounds.
Actually, the started playing around with this sound.
Yeah, cool organ.
Yeah, with a little bit of bite through it. You can use this is a Logic plugin. And if you open it, you can use a lot of crazy stuff. We had some phaser on it, and exactly just to make it a little bit
moving.
Give it a little bit more bite in the high. So it sounds pretty, yeah, not dull, but just for the bite it gives a little bit of more of treble.
Same with the echo,
yeah.
the stereo feeling.
There's an echo on it on 8. It just keeps it moving. And we've layered it with some bit of mid. And this one. This is like the main ravey kind of lead. Just put some compression and the ozone. The ozone it's just a wonderful machine.
And we just put back the global amount. That's also a nice trick in the ozone. Trick is just the mix button, but sometimes you don't need like 100% of the ozone. And you just put it back a little bit.
You hear it's compressing too much now. Now you keep the dynamics.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of it.
Especially because it's on the channel and not on the bus or master.
This is just for the top. Not really special, but this is the same. It's the top spectrum. And with the bass coming in. And actually Logic also has a lot of cool home plugins you should try out. Like this one.
Sculpture.
Yeah, you can look in the menu and you just check out the factory bundles, and there are a lot of cool things in there you can use, like guitars, and it just layers nice with your own synths. So you should definitely check out those. Now going back to the build up to the drop again. And the second time we come in with mostly all of the drums.
Everything together. Party mode.
Bumbaclot.
Claps on it. That's also cool. You can do slowdowns like these in Logic really easy. Like this one in the top left corner, you have you can choose from fade to slowdown, and yeah, you can choose a slowdown strength. So if it would be 0, it would be just playing the sample normally.
Are you ready?
But have the slowdown. You can put it on, yeah. Like for instance, we had 400, and you have like.
Are you ready?
You can make the tape stop in Logic. So that's really cool.
Are you ready? Bumbaclot.
Yeah, we can check now because we're working on this track at the moment, especially like all the synths together. We always group them, and we still need to work on the mixing of the groups and the master of this track. So maybe we can look into that a little bit.
Yeah,
As you can see, it clips really hard now, like all the synths combined. So most of the times then we use like a bus compressor, like the glue or something from UAD, the bus compressor, and yeah, we just listen to the synths, set in like the threshold, and make up the gain a bit. First we put back the EQ gain, or just the normal gainer before the bus compressor, so we get lots of the big clipping, as you can see here. And then we just need to check it in the mix of the whole track, but
yeah.
I think we also need some EQing and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna need to put the volumes in the plugin down again. And maybe it's cool to check out if you can show them that.
Like this one is clipping.
For instance, yeah, you have to put the volume in the mixer down, of in the, yeah.
Like now it's not clipping anymore.
And now you can put the thing you've taken out, you can put it back on the fader.
And the way we see this is with the pre-feeder metering.
Exactly.
Here you can put it on, then it turns blue, and you can see, yeah, the way the volume comes in.
Yeah.
Like now we put it back in the ES2, the main volume, but we have some automation going on here. I think, or not even. So we just need to put on the volume, put it up again. So it's one. Let me see, still clipping a bit. So first we will do it without anything. This one is also really loud.
See, it's already like red in the master of the Mastiff. So
We just put it back there and put it up here again. We get some
Sometimes-
more headroom.
sometimes it's not necessarily bad that you have on the bus some clipping because it's combined sounds and it peaks. So it says the peak. You don't want a constant peak. See, if he clicks it, you see it comes down a bit, but you don't want a constant peak of 6 dB. That's just not good.
No, a little bit is okay, but oh wait, the volume is automated again. Let me see.
Yeah, if your volume is automated, you can use the fader volume, of course, because it was reset to your automated value. It's coming down right now because we still need to find a balance in the mix. Because first you're going to be very creative in your track, and after that you're going to mix it. So always try to have a good combination between that. Because if you start mixing right away, it will cost you your creativity. So we always build a lot, and then we'll mix it later.
A lot of tweaking going on.
Yeah.
We need to find the good balance. As you can see
It's
now,
pretty
it's
good.
not constant, so now it's okay.
Now it will be a little.
And
The
now
volume will be low in the track, but now you can pump it up.
and we can pump it up with just first we use like a glue, and then we can use something like, say, an ozone or whatever. We can use the maximizer for that. I just want to listen to that. We don't want the sound to be like totally broken. Bit of this. We always use like the stereo imaging also. It's easy when you press the learn function. You can see like what spectrums the track is divided in. So for instance, you can hear this one. We always want like the low end to be the widening like 0 because you want it like mono. And the low mid range also doesn't need a lot of stereo imaging. But in the high end, it's pretty cool to add a little bit for your stereo spectrum. You can hear the difference. Just blows it up a little bit. And it's still constant, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, now the other sounds are coming out more out of the mix, but it's because we now have more room. So now to put down some other sounds, and then you can make your track more dynamic,
More open.
Yeah, maybe it's cool to show them also how we use the breakbeat thing in the beginning.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And let's do that.
So this is the breakbeat part we made and used in the intro, but we made it on our laptop, and you can hear it like this.
Sometimes you just make a little beat or something, and what we like to do is to stuff we don't normally would make a whole track out of it. We just sample it, we just bounce this, and then for instance in our intro we use it as a beat.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was made a totally different project, and it's cool because that way you can sample yourself. You can make stuff and you can use it in another track. Guys like Chocolate Puma do that a lot. They sample their own stuff. So if you have a really cool breakbeat or synth or anything, you can just use it again and on a totally different way. Just what you feel like when you're producing.
It's always fun and creative to use samples. So we do that a lot actually.
Cool.
Yeah, the beat in this one, it's all audio. So we didn't even use like a battery or something. It's just layered of different sounds. Like some kick drums. Snare drums, yeah. Open hi-hats, normal snares, the hi-hats.
Oh, that's cool.
And one
like
main loop that glues everything together.
yeah, like this one, you have there's a trash on it, which really gives it the character.
Changes the whole loop. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And you can dry wet it gets a little bit dirty, like Prodigy sound or something like that. Those sounds we really like. So yeah. And yeah, we use only audio. I don't know. We've learned it this way also when we started producing, and it's just we're really quick that way. It's not a particular reason, because I know in battery you could probably do a lot of more tweaking, but we know how to.
We're used to it. Yeah.
So that's why we use audio a lot. So you see in our projects. Well, the breakbeat part in the intro, as you can see, if you open the audio editor, you can see it's the same. Beat before.
Yeah, we showed before on the laptop.
Yeah, and like here you can see I've just cut it up and sampled it again. Just use the kick and the snare and just a little part, and just add another sample like a tambourine, and you have a totally different beat again. And yeah, with this one, so you can sample stuff the way you like, and yeah, that's the way we work. Bass and then I can show you here how we automated tape delay on the vocal. Give it some more room at the end. We'll go in infinity here. We'll keep looping.
You can do that by putting the tape delay on at the feedback.
Yeah.
When you put it like 54 or higher, it will go endless. So that's also nice to know, maybe.
So everything above 54 it will keep on regenerating.
Yeah.
So it will be nice loop. This is also a sample from another we've made. Little bleep on the front on the tom place.
Again, we use the trash to give it some more dirt. This track, we're still working on the master of the track. We just, at the moment, we have only like an ozone and an L limiter on it.
Just for listening to it.
Yeah, that's also the way we like to work. We start with nothing on the master, and then when we have like the main loop or something, we just put on like a little ozone and a limiter just to hear how it sounds when it's a bit louder. And then we work that way, and in the end of the process we will do like the mastering, or in a new project, or inside this project. Depends.
Sometimes what we've noticed is if If you do it the other way around, you want to push it louder, it will change your whole sound. And if you already have some kind of limiting on it, you can hear how the end project will be. So that way it will be better. Cool. Well, yeah, I think it sums it up for the new track, Bumbaclot, and we still need to work some more, but that's it.
It's there.